Hi, my lovelies. Today is episode 2 of the book talk series. I am discussing a YA fantasy today. So I am going to be talking about Dyrwolf by Kat Kinney. Dyrwolf is a young adult fantasy novel about werewolves and shifters, and there's a little bit of magic in there, and maybe you will know by now that I like shifters and werewolves and that sort of ilk of genre, so I was excited to start reading it. To begin with, the story sort of starts right in the middle of what's happening. You're thrust straight into this complicated world, this complicated plot that you have no idea what's going on. Now, I did actually find that confusing, and I felt like I was pushing myself to read it a bit more, but only because I really liked the premise and I wanted to see what happened. So I gave it a chance, and I'm glad I did. Now, I think what slowed the beginning down was that there's a lot of backstory and a lot of flashbacks. Just when you're starting to make a bit of sense, you're then taken back in time through the main character, Leah. Well, I think it's pronounced Lee because it's L-E-A, and I have a friend called Rhian, and we call her Lee because it's Leanne. Anyway, I'm going to go with Lee. Or Leia. Anyway, so our main character, Lee, she takes us through the story and what's happening, and takes us through those flashbacks. Very rich and very full of information and world building and backstory. So that did slow it down. However, the premise, should we go through the premise? The premise is that there's this group of people who break away from a large settlement after a disagreement between wolves and humans. There may have been some magic in there as well. Obviously there is a little bit more than that, but that's obviously part of the story plot, so I'm not going to tell you that. But so this group of people, Lee is in this group of people, and they despise the wolves. They do not like the wolves. The wolves are like across this river, and they want to destroy the wolves. They want their home back, everything, and all of that. So Lee's grown up in this small group of people, this small community, but she suffers with like paralyzing headaches and this sickness every month, and for quite a while during every month. So she's not seen as very helpful, even though she seemed quite strong-willed and strong, like both mentally and physically, apart from this time when she is just incapacitated with these headaches and this sickness and everything else. And people tend to give her a bit of a wide berth because of that. They don't like going near her. Now, her sort of troubles and her struggles, they actually really connected me to her. And I think that was another reason why I wanted to keep on reading and trying to understand this complicated world, because I sort of really connected with her and connected with her troubles, and I wanted to know more about these wolves and why they hated them and why they were in this small community and what they were trying to achieve. There was a lot of questions going on that I wanted answered. So the story really sort of kicks off when she comes across this injured werewolf shifter called Henrik. And she agrees to help him back across the river. So he had come across the river to collect something, and there's a bit of suspiciousness going on here, because why has he come over from his side? And he's injured as well, just to add that in. So she agrees to help him back home, as long as when she does help him, she gets some information either from him or his people, or just she gets some information about her friend that's gone, we'll say missing. So that's the agreement, and then they embark on this journey, and I really enjoyed that. I think that's where the story started picking up for me. Every so often you feel like you just suss something out, and then he'll like mess up and say something that he probably shouldn't have, and then she's like, what do you mean by that? So there's a lot going on, and then they finally do get to where he is from, and that's just like a whole other world of intrigue and interest, and there's magic and there's somebody in charge of the whole place. So wolves are definitely higher up on the hierarchy, and then they have humans almost like slaves, having to work for them, but everyone's scared of this high and mighty power, like alpha type person, but there are a band of people and a band of wolves who want to work together to bring this person down, because they're like cruel and mean and horrible and stuff like that. But of course it's very difficult, it's very tense between the people and the wolves that live there. So this sort of like alliance, as it were, has taken a while to come to fruition, and Lee starts questioning everything that she knows about the wolves, from what she's been taught and grown up in. So overall, I really enjoyed this book, and I actually do want to read the second book. However, I think this could stand as a standalone novel. So yes, I want to know more about what's happening now, because some things were hinted at the end, but you could read this book. It feels quite contained. I'm not sure if I've made any sense there whatsoever, but I hope you enjoyed our book talk for Dyrwolf. Stay tuned for episode 3 of our book talk series. And I'll see you soon. Bye!